Working title FC. Smelling like a pizza parlor.
Like a Pizza Hut. Yeah, because eat all your pizza right now and whatever, because you're going to catch gout.
I'll tell you what.
You'll catch gout this weekend.
You'll catch gout.
Yeah.
No, you'll catch gout. Oh, catch. If you listen, you catch gout. Pizza's not good as you get older. I tell you, so many things in there. Dairy, fuck you up. The wheat, the gluten, do you in. The tomato, too much acid.
But you will catch gout this weekend. You know what?
So we are recording this. Earlier this morning, we dropped the Working Title RFU Rugby Pod spin-off of Working Title FC.
And it's epic.
It's in your feed. It's in your feed.
I always miss it because as I come in to record, you guys just put it out. So I always miss it before I can comment it on the pod.
It's got to be hot. It's got to be hot.
No, I know.
It's got to be hot.
And then I walk in and it's like, I just missed a bunch of stuff. Because then I come in here and Paolo's like, yo, this morning. Senzo's just like stuffing around the building. I don't know where he is. And Paolo's just like,
I'm recharging, bro, because I was dropping gems.
This podcast this morning, Nick was silenced.
That's what I got to tell you. Listen, spoiler alerts. Of course, they're talking about the World Cup rugby final.
Ooh.
Okay, nothing else. The episode is called "The Last France." Ryan, The Last
That's
France.
good.
That's good.
That's
good.
I like that.
That's good. You'll find that Nick is a radio broadcaster. He goes live on air every Saturday for 2 hours. Live. He's hosting Afternoon Drive this week.
By himself, by the way.
By himself.
So he's a talker, right?
The guy reacts, he responds. He's been sent porn on air, right?
Good stuff.
And doesn't break stride.
Senzo shut him down. I even had to jump in. It was awkward. Just made me feel bad for everyone.
How long did you have to jump in for?
It was a drop mic moment.
He dropped mic.
Was it like a substitution moment? Like
no, because those take 5 minutes. They add on 15 minutes.
It was case closed. It was the Omega.
It sends. Just tease what it was about.
I really don't want to.
No, okay, you've got to go listen. The Last France, our second last.
It really is the Last France.
Our second last episode. Next week we'll do a wrap up. I had to jump in, and here's another thing. I try to derail them. I say put together an all Bok 15, right?
Combined 15.
Combined 15, all Bok. Not all Blacks, all Bok. What do you think? You like that one?
All Blacks.
All Bok, nah. Okay, well, the Last France was mine. I'll take that one.
The Bok Blacks.
And I chucked it at them, and they just went, oh no, cool, let's go. It's fine. Let's go.
Sure.
Listen, after all the news in the Springboks this week, let's not do Bok Blacks. We don't want to get into that. I don't want any more racial incidents around.
We'll see it on the other side. Eh?
We've had enough.
Listen.
We've had
they
enough.
They hate us because they ain't us.
No, because
that's all that's happening.
Do you know they hate us because they're on the other side?
You know what the thing is? It's like the rest of the world, these elite developed nations those people cannot keep their lights on. They have no roads, but they beat us at the gentleman's sport.
At the privileged sport, the sport that we invented.
We're not even, we can take it, listen, football is every man's game, we get it, the street urchins play it, right? Mm-hmm. We get it, the street urchins. These are our games.
No, because do you know why? We beat them at cricket and rugby. And the cricket was a bruising.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying after last weekend? Gareth Southgate, bring your boys.
Whitewash.
Bring your boys down here. Let's make it 3 for 3.
Honestly.
Listen.
Let's just get it out the way.
We cannot put that kind of stress on Bafana.
No, there's no stress.
They can't cope with it.
What do you mean too much? You're stress-free. Nobody expects anything from you.
Well,
exactly.
but I'm saying with 2 wins, they're expecting a win. And, guys.
England expect to win every tournament they go to. 66.
But also, you must just remember, the only reason why they use our name is because the Springboks are the only team that gets clicks.
That's it, man. Listen, you mentioned 66. Let's just have a quick moment before talking about an absolute passing, a legend of the game.
Honestly.
We say legend, okay? You talk about... They called him gentleman of football, Bobby Charlton, passing away last week.
Saturday.
Effects of dementia. Very, at
the age of 86.
Man, it's this thing of watching. Like, none of us saw Bobby Charlton play. We saw the videos.
No, not even remotely close.
The one thing you knew.
He had great hair before.
Fantastic. Listen, hope for bald men. Hope for bald men.
Zidane before Zidane.
We all thought we were going to have a comb over.
You tried it.
I would have tried it. I would have tried to come. I got to tell you guys, we had a guy, right? We had a guy in our circles growing up, one of my dad's friends. Mm-hmm. This guy had the worst comb over. So you'd look at him and from a distance. Imagine like
Roadkill.
A Luciano Pavarotti in the 80s, 90s.
Is it worse than Donald Trump's?
Man, but his black hair, right? His hair was black, okay? The comb over was so long. He had longish hair. Like, he had his hair longish, but like always like curly, puffy-ish. But this comb over, the amount of hairspray must have been one full-on tin. But it did not move.
Hairspray.
He did it really well. I got to say, I got to give him props. He double layered it. He folded and folded. So it was a comb over, flip over, spray down.
Sure.
I mean, that was glue gun. That was glue spray work.
He had shares.
So Bobby Charlton, despite having also, the best comb over, fantastic footballer. And his story of Manchester United is like, I mean, we all know
it's fairy tale.
He was in the Munich crash.
He's Mr. United.
Got knocked out. A month later, he's playing for United.
2 weeks later, bro. No, it was a month.
No, it was a month. A month later, he's playing for United. And he felt it was like his personal mission. He had to win that European Cup for his fallen teammates.
Have you heard what he says about the Munich crash when the keeper, I forget who pulled them on, the keeper pulled them out?
Yeah.
What he went to go do. He just sat there, like looking at the flames. Like,
but he was young, man. He was a kid. He was a Busby babe.
But imagine the presence of mind of the keeper to say...
Frank Stapleton
was...
I think it was Frank Stapleton. Am I right? Harry Gregg?
Harry Gregg. And apparently they also saved the baby. The flight attendant saved an infant.
Yeah.
But imagine you survive an airplane crash. It must haunt you every night. Every night.
That was Travis Barker.
Imagine every time he had to get on a plane. And George Best actually said that. George Best actually said it was one thing he's always conscious of every time Matt Busby and Bobby Charlton had to get on a plane. He just looked at them and said, how are you guys doing this? How do you do it with what happened to you already?
Oh, well, Dennis Bergkamp used to take the train. Do you know the story of Dennis Bergkamp?
Yeah.
So every time Arsenal had European commitments.
I want you guys, I'm just showing the guys here in studio, Harry Gregg.
But
there's a handshake happening?
Look at that man. Look,
that's a strapping.
That is a man pulling people outside of burning airplanes. You gotta Google yourself this. Harry Gregg, it's his Wikipedia picture, the first one that pops up. With a double G. That is a man that is pulling you out of airplanes. Northern Irish. So he doesn't have the feels.
He's the second best thing out of Northern Ireland.
I love the Irish. They lovely. They got the feels. Northern Irish. They're like, hey, we've been through it. Yeah. This man is pulling you out of airplanes. So he was Bobby Charlton played here. Do you guys know that?
That's actually what I was going to ask. I don't have much to contribute to this conversation, but I saw the picture you guys put on the group. So I'm just curious to know what team he was playing for when he came here.
So what used to happen?
Chelsea.
There used to be tours, right? He played
Rebel tours.
He played for the Mainstay Invitational team. Mainstay Gin or Kane. Mainstay Kane.
Mainstay Poison.
So what used to happen, Ryan? And listen, guys, there's a long story. My mission in life, I got to tell you, is to do a history of South African football podcast. I literally have the book. I know the guy who wrote the book. I'm so upset. Jingles Pereira passed away a few weeks ago. He would have been in on it, right? So
does this fall under Paulo's Weird World of Football?
No,
it's a whole separate
it's a whole podcast on its own, man.
We could have won a World Cup, bro.
We in the 70s.
You laughing.
Got my interest.
So let me tell you what happened. So because South Africa was banned from FIFA, right?
Banned from life.
Coming to play here was kind of like neither here nor there. People knew they shouldn't come, but they were coming here and getting paid fortunes. Yeah. George Best said that he played 3 or 4 games here. He said that was as much as he made in half a season at Manchester United.
Yep.
Right? People were just getting paid. Rebel tours, rebel players. So every team could sign a guest player. But that's not how Bobby Charlton came. Bobby Charlton came with a group. So he bought Bobby Charlton's All-Stars. He ran soccer schools. He was running academies. This
David
is
Beckham.
his last days. That's David Beckham. David was discovered at a Bobby Charlton soccer school. You know that, Ryan?
No.
Yeah, so David Beckham was
And his second name, he's named after Bobby Charlton.
He's named after Bobby Charlton.
David Robert Joseph Beckham.
So Bobby Charlton used to have these soccer schools, and he came down here to promote. And the soccer schools, yes, David Beckham was found in it. But he came down here with his invitational teams, and they would play matches. They'd go do tours, play against local combined teams. So that team that he bought out, the Mainstay 11, Roger Hunt.
Yeah.
These are names, Jeff Strong.
Yes.
Dave Sadler.
Yeah.
Bobby Moore, Bobby Charlton.
Jesus, this is a set. Bobby Moore.
Bobby Moore, England World Cup winner.
England World Cup winner.
Jack Charlton and Terry Payne. We all know Terry Payne.
Southampton.
But listen, those of you who know South African football history, I just want to read your names. So in this particular image that I found, right, you want to follow yourself South African Football History on Facebook. They're called South African Football History. It's a group. You need to be, you got to get accepted in because they don't want spam. And for right reasons.
Obviously not. There you are talking.
There's loads of ex-pros on there, like the insights you get, right?
Yeah.
What kind of questions they ask you to get in?
Oh, no, you just have to be vetted. They just don't want like idiots on posting like penis enlargement medicine. Because that's what I say. If you know... Okay, I'm actually going to hand it over to you.
But Pele was talking about erectile dysfunction, so like...
Pele did it. Read some of those names. This is now, so obviously Bobby Charlton brings his team. They play against the Transvaal 11. Transvaal, this is how far back we're going, Ryan. Read some of those names. Senzo, this is South African football heritage.
Len Wilkinson, Eugene Kleinhans. Yo, Radam Fugeng.
That's it.
Skipper Komane. Yes.
Look how he changes. You see?
Spuddy Bronkhorst, Stuart Lilly, Ian Delacour, Chicken Price. Yo, yes, it's Lichaba. Mishek, Mjoenka, Greg jeez. Oh, Teenage Ladler. Leonard Legobe, Junior Legobe. No. And this is not even the...
That's just Transvaal. That's just Transvaal. So that's a combined black-white team. And that's what they used to do. Because of these tours, they were kind of like off the records. They could like mix black and white players. Yeah. Look, okay, this team obviously had 10 years on the English team because, I mean, they would have all been like mid-30s, kind of retiring a payday. The South African guys were mid-20s. Not teenage. But anyway, that is our history with Bobby Charlton. Rest in peace. It's sad because I think Bobby Charlton was the last remaining thread from the Busby Babes.
He links everything.
He links it
to Sir Alex Ferguson. He's the...
he goes from Matt Busby, picks Ferguson, stands by Ferguson,
So the River Tweed connects with to the Thames.
Goes, hey, I've got this kid, David Beckham. I think you should come look at him. And with that gone, with where United are, you were starting to lose that. It's shitty. It's not great.
But also dementia, bro.
Oh, man. And but so many players from that era had it because of the balls. They were just these like bricks.
Medicine balls.
His brother passed away, also had dementia, Jackie Charlton. I remember him with Ireland. Ryan, so you're not going to get away from this. We are not going to name the company involved. Okay. They are a financial institution. This particular financial institution allows its customers early access to tickets when artists come out, right?
Music,
right?
entertainment.
Yeah, you can get tickets a couple of days before, right?
It's one of the benefits if you sign up
with this particular institution. Great. Now, I'm not going to say they did anything. I don't believe they did anything wrong.
They didn't.
So earlier this week, Ryan, describe the email that starts circulating.
Sorry, before you start, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Are you sad you got sold the dream, or are you sad you bought it?
No, I didn't buy it.
Okay, let Ryan fill in some blanks here.
Okay, hold on. So I think it was it Tuesday or Thursday morning, I think?
It was definitely Tuesday.
It was Tuesday. So there's this rumor. Why are you guys laughing? I'm feeling like there's smug faces in the room here.
No, you got dribbled.
But anyway.
You got dribbled.
There was a rumor that was floating around on Twitter. None of you guys on Twitter. Paolo occasionally, Senzo, you're off completely, that Taylor Swift might be coming to South Africa.
No, it was wait.
That's the rumor. Okay, no,
That's
okay,
the rumor.
that's the rumor on Twitter. That's the rumor on Twitter.
The rumor on Twitter.
Right.
Why did the rumor start?
It was started because there was a new company, a new promotions company, or I don't know how you would describe it without saying it, but it was one of the companies that bring or have a festival.
Yeah.
But it was completely new.
Yeah.
Cloud Boy.
And there were kind of links to this company with Taylor Swift, but not officially. Like, it was just a rumor that was floating around. Then an email goes out. Okay.
Twitter, bro.
An email.
I don't know how many more times.
Listen.
Okay. Then the email goes out.
An email goes out by said financial company using Taylor Swift lyrics. Now, this is not the first time this has happened, guys. And it really irks me because...
He's irked.
Yes.
He's irked.
Because you know how you'll
Did you feel
crash a
marooned?
website. You'll crash a website.
Did you feel like you were marooned?
Ron, what
Or
is
in
it?
another era?
Listen, we got to be
see?
careful here because I don't want the Swifties on us. We can't take that heat.
Yes.
Swifties or K-pop, we can't
Yeah,
take that
they
heat.
got a Kansas City.
Swifties United, let me tell you.
No, they got Kansas
This
City
week-
shuffled. Like you take your L. Like take your L.
Okay, so
no,
Ryan, you
nobody's
get-
worse than
You
the
get
Beehive.
I'm actually looking
So they were...
Let's see
for
this
the. I'm
tweet.
looking for the email. Did I get it?
Yeah, just search Swiftly in there.
Okay.
If you have an email from that company, it should pop up. One of my colleagues, Dari, got it, so it'll definitely be there. But anyway, there were Taylor Swift lyrics that were leaning towards this thing, and I kind of knew you were going to
This Kansas City shuffle is going to be part of folklore.
Anyway, so they said there's an announcement at 8 a.m. But the worst part was this financial institution. Somebody confronted them on Twitter and
Said what?
they saw the email and they were like, "Oh,
Can I-
we're looking forward to this announcement.
The tweets.
We're so happy that you're bringing Taylor Swift to the country." And then they said they replied and said, "Fingers crossed." Only to make a huge announcement of some festival happening in February that doesn't have Taylor Swift on the lineup.
Okay. Moral of the story is Ryan got shimmied.
No, Kansas City shuffle.
I got, but.
Get it?
I'm just I'm so annoyed at this because I don't actually want to see any other people right now. Taylor Swift is the only person I want. Well, and Blink-182, but I know they won't come here.
So
That's just
the email in question, I did get it right.
Oh, you have it there?
I did get it right. So
Would you like to read out the email?
This said
No,
financial
no.
institution after they dropped, they said moving swiftly along.
but that's what literally. It's not even. It's so they
What
have.
did the tweet say?
They have a certain product, and this email is about the product. Okay, this is the email that sent Ryan and all his little Swifties.
Into delirium.
It simply says, because it's, they want you to live your
Simply-
health. I do it. I do it. I get my stuff. I'm an advocate of them. They never lose, right? But they give you stuff, right? This simply says, headline, we're entering a new era in 2024. Are you ready for it?
Okay, firstly,
Oh, wait,
there's
yeah.
With a
two,
woman in boxing gloves.
okay, firstly, there's two things there. The Eras Tour, right? Then the Eras Tour is currently the biggest sold-out tour in the history of the world. The movie just dropped like 2 weeks ago. It's insane. Then, are you ready for it? Come on.
I've got so
Is-
many
is
bookmarks.
that one of their
I've got so
songs?
many bookmarks.
Because then they
that's one of
say
Taylor's
moving
songs.
swiftly towards 2024.
Uh-huh.
And then it's all about your health benefits. You know what? I think you all got conned by an SEO game, children.
No, they didn't get conned. They fell for
we
it.
were manipulated.
No,
You got conned by an SEO game.
you guys got like when McDonald's
You did get caught.
take a photo of a Big Mac and it's the biggest burger ever and you come, it's the size of a...
All I'm saying is, all you're doing is discrediting your own name. Don't
No.
do it.
No.
You
but-
are idiots.
But Ryan,
No.
at any point, just for balance, right? Do you see yourself at any point, maybe you were too hasty?
Well, it was either...
It's a yes or no.
It was either
It's
buying...
it's a yes or no, Ryan.
No. Not at all.
Sorry, hold on.
Not at all.
Hold on.
He does not see himself
you know who
as
did
being
it?
too hasty.
Do you know who did that? I bet you Drake did because it was his birthday on Tuesday. He goes, I'm currently number one now.
All I'm saying is, listen, the new Taylor Swift album dropped today. It's 1989. Taylor's
nobody cares.
version.
The box of play.
There's like 4 or 5 tracks from the vault in there. It's Going to be the biggest album for the weekend. Brace yourselves.
Nah.
That's going to happen.
It will.
It won't. Do you know why?
Literally, I can
It'll
1
break the internet. So
billion percent
It
guarantee you, there is no way it'll enter into my world at all. And Senzo, wait.
Must I tell you why it won't break the internet?
Daughter. I have a 13-year-old daughter, and
that's
it
what I
will
was
not
about
enter
to
my
say.
Must I
world.
tell you why it won't break the internet? There's too much happening in the world right now.
Man, no, there is too much important stuff happening.
It's Halloween. One.
Ryan.
Rugby's about to be finished. It's El Classico. It's Manchester Derby.
Let's get into it. Great point, great segue. Let's talk about the Manchester Derby. Let's get back to
shame.
sports. Let's get
Swifties.
back to sports, right?
You'll be all right, though.
So let's go back to the Champions League matches this week.
You got.
Senzo, how dog shit was that United first half against FC
Copenhagen.
Hoyland?
FC Hoyland, eh?
Both brothers.
Listen,
Yeah.
Although the
The third one played in the under 18.
the
Yeah,
under
UEFA.
can we get this aircon up in here? Because it's so damn hot.
No, you're being
in this
triggered
place.
by Swiftly.
No.
it's literally the hot seat because
He's been marooned.
you are
Okay.
It
It is ridiculously hot, firstly. Over the last few weeks, it has been insanely hot.
I think we're in a underreported
Era.
heat wave. So, Senzo, what were you thinking first half of the United Copenhagen game? That was as bad as I've seen her.
Yeah, I borderline fell asleep.
It was terrible.
It was-
The ending and the result flip things. You can see the pressure
That
in that whole
people are
United team.
under. It's palpable, eh?
You can see it. The reaction to the
Oh,
penalty
no,
save.
bruh. Oh, no, knew is like, if I don't save this, I'll probably never play again.
Man.
You know, I didn't even watch that game, but that like was the biggest thing on Twitter.
What?
He did save it, right?
He did say fantastic. Listen, he's finally saving. I think I was very concerned. I go,
That was like the only thing I
got a
read
goalkeeper.
about.
The dude's not making saves. Talking about social media and Onana, let me just jump forward. Did you see what happened with... we got 2 moments here, all around the penalty. So United concede the penalty, walking penalty machine, Scott McTominay. The dude's got to calm down.
Chill out.
Did he concede the penalty again?
Yep. Handball.
He's got
again.
He's got to calm down. What is he doing?
Scotty too hotty.
Are you worried that United on score that Hoyland? Now, no pressure on him, but the system is not servicing the guy to score goals. We got a centre back who doesn't save goals.
We need Luke Shaw,
We got a
bro.
striker who's not. Why do you feel? You keep saying that. Why do you
We
feel Luke
need
Shaw
Luke Shaw.
changes things?
Think about the press and the type of football he wants to play. We need Shaw and Martinez.
Also, is Shaw in shape?
Yes.
Rounds his shape.
But he's quick though. That's the thing.
So you believe that all our problems lie
No.
in our left back not playing?
Our left back and Martinez. You can see Varane and Lindelof don't trust Maguire.
Yeah.
And he only goes left. He's Zoolander, bro.
Now talk to me as well. Something. Rashford.
Negates the press.
Let's have the conversation. When do we drop him? The guy's got the yips again. You know, I've always said about Rashford is that why I don't think he's elite is because he's not a killer. He's a nice guy.
He's not a dog.
He
Yes.
feeds kids, and that's great. Well done on him. Last season, it felt like an anomaly. The goals. It felt like this is not him because he's reverted back. He's thinking everything. He's pulling
overthinking.
everything. He's hitting too early, too late. He's got to be dropped.
Do you know what it is as well? We've got a right wing that we panic bought, and he's the most inconsistent thing ever.
Well, there's both of them. You got 2 absolute passengers who negate the press. They negate tracking back, and they're not doing anything going forward. Because I can understand.
And then people
saying,
make Mason
"Stay
Mount
high."
look bad, and Mason Mount's like
Mason Mount. Here's the thing. I was actually reading an article that put it so well. And Ryan, I want to bring you in talking about Mason Mount. It said that Mason Mount has exactly the skill set to solve the problems Manchester United have, but Ten Hag has no idea how to incorporate him, because incorporating him means dropping Rashford.
you have to unlock him.
You're dropping Rashford, right? Listen, what was happening in the Chelsea water? Chelsea is Bowley, actually the smartest human ever. that he had two absolute duds called Kai Havertz and Mason Mount, and he sold them for quite a lot of money to rivals. Did he see something we didn't do? What does Mason Mount do, Ryan?
I don't think Mason Mount's a dud, though.
No, he's not a dud.
Kai Havertz was skillful.
Kai Havertz is not a dud.
No, not at all. He was awesome to watch play.
Do you know what the thing is with Kai Havertz, Paolo, Ryan?
Yeah.
The thing is his position really doesn't exist anymore. Do you know what position he plays, Kai Havertz?
Is he 007 yet?
It's that Draxler, that Ozil position.
Oof.
That position doesn't exist anymore.
Okay, but dude, you've used two players who you can... I mean, Ozil, had his moments. Draxler has to go down as one of the biggest wastes of talent.
Mario Götze was also one of those.
Won the World Cup. What do I know? But...
So did Julian Draxler. So did Mesut Ozil.
But you're using players who... Okay, but then what are you going to do? You're just going to go, okay, well, I don't have that position anymore.
Can I just ask?
You have to adapt.
I just want to ask you guys quick because I haven't watched a United game in forever.
But you talk about it.
But who takes responsibility now that the keeper's no longer there?
What do you mean? Now that the what?
Now that what's his name? Who's the free agent now?
De Gea.
Because De Gea always used to take responsibility for the team.
What?
Ryan, have you watched Manchester United since David De Gea signed? He is the biggest shirker of responsibility.
So timid.
The biggest shirk.
He's lukewarm.
He doesn't shout at his defense. He's not proactive.
Well, who answers for them now?
So
Lisandro Martinez.
Ryan brings up a great point. We go back to talk about Bobby Charlton, right? Here is a guy who a month after a plane crash where his teammates died is back playing for Manchester United. Now, not to be twee or trite, but Jadon Sancho is still changing in the car at the academy training ground because
he's having a Mexican standoff.
He can't be... Ryan, listen to this. Jadon Sancho, 25 years old, 23, 25? Whatever it is.
Don't care.
Because he's an adult-ass man, he can't change, and he's being forced to train with the reserves and the kids. He can't change in the change rooms.
Yeah, he's been
You can't
barred.
be as an adult in a room with minors. He has to change in the car.
Yep.
So we're celebrating. We're talking about, on one hand, you got Bobby Charlton, a man who played for Manchester United a month after, and you got Jadon Sancho still changing in his car because he won't say sorry for not training hard enough. And
is that all they're asking for?
They just apologize.
Just apologize, bro.
Is that literally all they're asking for?
Everyone's saying just apologize.
Just say sorry. You're not going to win, bro.
No one cares if you mean it or not.
No,
just say sorry.
Just say sorry.
Rashford, Sir Marcus Rashford,
OBE
said, just go
bite the
apologize,
bullet, dude. Like, what do you think? How do you think this ends?
Now, so you want to talk about taking responsibility because you think Anthony, forget what he's been through. Does he take responsibility? McTominay takes too much responsibility.
He wants to do it all.
Right? So it's the leadership question. I mean, it is a point.
But as well,
Maguire is looking after himself.
Because he was 5'2".
And rightly so, because Maguire's got to rebuild himself through no real fault of his own.
Yeah, he got.
And I actually think I saw him speak out the other day. I saw a few headlines where he said he's feeling very frustrated because he doesn't want to be sitting on the bench wasting his life away. He wants to go somewhere where he can play.
Well, we tried to sell him and he said, nah, bro.
No, but you know what? He's fighting for his place.
Brett's admirable.
You got to, a few weeks ago we were talking about the Beckham documentary of a guy who went, you know what? You're down on me. You're going to kick me out. I'm always going to stand. When you put me on, I'm going to prove myself. I'm going to get myself back. And Harry Maguire's doing that. You can think he's a shit footballer. I don't think he is, by the way.
Yeah.
I think he's in bad systems.
Yes.
You can think he's, whatever you can think of him. You know what? The guy's put up with a lot of unnecessary nonsense.
I was going to say,
a lot.
Is there another player who's taken on that this much nonsense for this long?
David Beckham, Neymar.
No, there have been, but you're right.
Neymar and David Beckham were never spoken down for longer than a week.
Maguire's a lightning rod.
David Beckham was getting death threats for 4 years.
No, but I'm not talking about death threats.
But I'm talking about Ryan's right.
I'm talking about the reputation. I'm saying in the press, maybe he got death threats, but they never spoke down about him for weeks and weeks on end. Like, if you pull a Harry Maguire, everyone knows what that means.
No,
it's the biggest joke of the century.
Everyone's in on Harry Maguire. I'm sure we've all heard that clip of Van der Vaart. You know, Van der Vaart is a commentator, analyst in Holland.
Yeah.
And he makes fun of Harry Maguire.
Yeah, Rafael
It's like,
van der Vaart.
come on, dude, don't do that. No, Ryan, you're right. So this is kind of why I go, Harry Maguire...
Although the Dutch shouldn't be making fun of anybody.
No. Harry Maguire may or may
seriously.
not be the world's best defender. He didn't choose his price, may or may not.
That's the thing.
He doesn't deserve that abuse.
Yeah.
The guy's...
Oh, no one does.
He's done nothing wrong except...
But it's you guys, you keyboard gangsters.
Except not be the player people expect him to be. That's his only sin.
No, but it's... you can't blame people for you
definitely can. You're actually keyboard gangsters.
No, but there's a certain banter that comes with everything, and I've seen it with the way you take shots at some Chelsea guys. But I'm saying,
but I don't make it personal.
It's like the entire team shifted at Harry Maguire. His own home, Manchester United, started piling on, and I think that's where it hurts.
No, we didn't. We didn't.
Let me put it this way. If you're online. And this is for any club.
Keyboard gangsters.
But let's talk about this. If you're online, I've taken my glasses off because I'm going to teach the children a lesson here. Okay?
School them. Sit them down.
I'm schooling everyone. If you're online and I'm going to say Manchester United, but insert your own club, your own player. If you're online and a Manchester United player a fan is laying into Harry Maguire, but like laying in unnecessarily, he's not a Manchester United fan.
That's true.
He's a troll. He's a Liverpool fan. He's
Clickbait.
a City fan. It's clickbait. He's a troll. Real fans do not go after their players.
One of their own.
Jadon Sancho, we're having a pop at him. It's a different case because the guy's being a knob. Like he's being a knob.
He's an arrogant little shit.
He's fit.
He doesn't care.
Doesn't care.
There's no professionalism.
And you know when he's going to be upset? Can I tell you when he's going to be upset? When Erling Haaland and Bellingham are fighting each other for Ballon d'Or, and he was part of that trinity, that's when he's going to go.
He was the most talented of that trinity.
Yeah, he was the most... no, he didn't play with Bellingham. I lie. Did he play with Bellingham?
Of course he
did play with Bellingham.
Of course he did.
But anyway, goes, you know what? I was there, same thing. I was that same profile. What is the difference between them and me? And
Ravel Morrison.
Hey, man, say it. You can say it.
Ravel Morrison... Adriano, Adriano that's a different case. That's sad. You can say
that's
different.
So, Ryan, social media. I don't know if you saw what happened with Onana and Garnacho. So, listen. Firstly, I've got to say Garnacho. I don't know if you saw the clips before Copenhagen take the penalty. What do you think a young Argentine player is going to do before another team takes a penalty?
Shithousery. Martinez. He's going to Martinez.
He was kicking the hell. I don't know if you saw it. He was digging out the penalty spot while everyone's arguing. He is busy kicking out the penalty spot. Say, what? A young Argentine player did that? Never. I'll never believe you. But
Caliente.
So Onana saves the penalty.
It was a rubbish penalty, but either way, yeah.
That penalty, you got to save it, right? He's let in.
Yeah.
He's let in better penalties.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Or he's let in worse.
The worst penalty.
He's let in worse. And he didn't get chipped by Icardi. Icardi Panenka did.
Icardi Panenka, but he Panenka this week.
Speaking of Icardi, did you see the penalty about 2-3 weeks ago where they tried to Perez and Henry it, where he left it for the other and he completely messed it up? I love when players do that.
But only one person has pulled it off.
Ryan, what we're talking about, I don't know if you see this years ago, Henry and Perez are going to take a penalty. So Henry's lining up to take the penalty, but a
penalty is effectively an indirect free kick.
The ball's just got to go forward.
Yeah.
So all he does is just pass the ball slightly forward and Perez is running, but misses it.
Yeah. Only two.
It happens again, and who did it?
There are only two instances.
Did it first and only?
No, the Dutch team did it before.
Okay, both Dutch. Both
and
times
then... God did it.
Johan Cruyff.
Johan Cruyff did it, and then God reincarnated. Messi did it.
Messi did do it. You're right. Messi
and Suarez.
Messi and Suarez.
Because the timing has to be
They missed one as well. They did it twice. They messed one up. You're right. They messed one up.
Bro, do you understand? Everything needs to go because you have to be out the box. The ball has to go forward.
No, it's so much.
It's too much can happen.
Once it touches, the keeper can close you down. It's like you got to have massive balls. So. Onana saves the penalty, and United, all the players, everyone's in their fields. Garnacho, Instagram post with the picture of Onana saving the penalty with 2 gorilla emojis. So now Garnacho is being investigated. He's being investigated.
That's
but
so
the story
low.
goes, let me tell you. So his own teammate, his friend, okay,
I've seen this happen before.
right, puts 2 gorilla emojis. So Garnacho is now being investigated by the Premier League because this contravenes their social media, right? Hold on. Onana now responds to it and goes, nobody can tell me what I can be offended by. Garnacho's my boy. Words to that effect. So Onana's like, the actual words were, sorry, nobody tells me what I'm offended by. This matter is over. Done. Onana
Sorted.
has spoken. Right? I'm not going to get into the conversation, right?
Yeah.
And we've seen it before. Mm-hmm. We've seen players do it before. We say, but he's my friend. Like, we always talk like that.
Bernardo
right?
Silva and Benjamin Mendy at 30.
But Onana says, they were the last one, right?
Yeah.
Onana says, I know what he means. It means strength, power. I get it. Like, I take it as a compliment.
Cool, man.
Don't tell me what to be offended by. It's quite an interesting concept in general of going, you've got 2 people from completely different parts of the world, known each other now for a few weeks. You've got one, Garnacho starting out. Onana is a really experienced player, been around the block. Yeah. And yet you have these intermediaries in the middle going, oh, but you should be offended by that. He's like, dude, I'm not. It's an interesting, I'm not going to get into it. It's interesting. It's a very interesting argument.
So this is Garnacho, right?
This is Garnacho posted it.
Guys,
He's going to get investigated.
No, I'm saying Manchester United really need to get their players in and do some schooling on social media.
Put your phones in a black box, Manchester United players.
No, this isn't the first
But
time
it's not just Man United, it's everybody.
No, I agree.
No, but Ryan's right. Let it go. Start with Ryan. I didn't even think of that point.
Yeah.
That's a really good point, because how often is this happening with Manchester United players unchecked? Not just social, everywhere.
We saw it happen with Sancho now. Like, guys, you don't have to be stupid to know what kind of damage social media can do. And that's why, like, you'll find Cristiano Ronaldo and all those guys, as much as you think his profile's on his phone, I guarantee you it's handled by his agent or business partner.
He's a business, bro.
He is not touching that thing, and he's not putting his opinions out there. And
He's
when you join a
business.
club, I think...
I'm not a businessman. I'm a
businessman, so let me handle my business.
But
Damn.
like, when you join a club, right, you should go through this kind of... what's that thing? That
PR training, PR and media training.
Not even PR training. It's a clause in the contract where it states that all social media needs to be like negated to or through the club. This is just ridiculous.
So that's like telling people to go to a certain church.
You can put all.
You can't do that.
You can put all your clauses out your backside. I get what Ryan's saying.
But how do you mitigate that?
But you're a risk.
Let me tell you what happens. What I think should happen.
Yeah.
An attorney, a lawyer, somebody's going to find the clause. The clause is illegal, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Speaking of legalities, what I'll say is that players, because how much of it happens around a match? It's adrenaline. We've all played sport. You can't sleep that night.
Okay.
You fucking pump.
Fair enough. Okay.
At the end of a match, because we've seen the behind the scenes, the all or nothings, the players walk in, they're on their phone straight away.
That's fine. That's all good.
No, let me finish my... Sorry, if it maybe ties into it. You should, as a professional footballer, put your cell phone, right? Firstly, the club should have all your logins.
Yeah, we're jamming phones, bro.
Right? Jamming phones. Put your cell phone in a box, and you do not get it back until training tomorrow morning.
Absolutely.
18-hour calm down.
Yeah, like, let's come back to earth. Like, let's come back to earth.
Yeah.
But, now, that's all good and well. Gentlemen, I hear you. I hear both of you. Then you get players like Kevin Durant to have burner phones and tweet 12-year-olds that give him smoke. How do you stop that?
Sure, but okay, that's
come on.
Okay, but the burner phones. Do the burner phones have how many million followers?
Yeah,
and the burner accounts.
But I'm following everybody that trolls Kevin Durant. Come on, bro, track.
No, but
so we just give up.
This whole thing, Senzo.
We just keep sending people gorilla
as
emojis.
As a club owner, right? When you bring on a player,
you sound like America with the war on drugs.
But this is a serious thing. You can't just look at it from a player perspective. The player perspective is one thing, but if you're investing in a player, you putting time, effort, money, and making this player, the player cannot be bigger than the club.
I get that, but like Ty Lue said, the NBA coach, the coach Cleveland Cavaliers, He said, I'm not going to tell you not to go drink. You are adults. You are grown men.
And that's also very true.
You are grown men. You know what's right and what's wrong.
But I'm saying, when you're buying a player, you're trying to build a team to win something, right? You're going in with a goal.
100%.
And you don't want to take any risks on that. And now social media is a risk factor. If you have someone who has a hothead personality, it's a big problem.
So how do you mitigate that?
But it's also a problem that the clubs make.
Of course.
Because Manchester United want Jadon Sancho on social media. They want Garnacho on social media.
Well, it's all good and well. We can put you on a post on our Instagram to sell jerseys, but you're not allowed to tweet.
Do we really think?
Okay.
Right?
Come on.
The conversation to bring Ronaldo back to Manchester United, and he's just the biggest one that's easy
He's
to go.
the biggest, yeah.
Do you really think that around that boardroom table somebody went, can he still do it? And which he did. Okay, and so Ronaldo's a freak. No, but he's a freak. Or how much went of it? But Joel, look at all his Instagram followers.
Yeah,
I'm advertising aftershave. I'm advertising underwear.
Right. So the clubs can't pontificate because
it's impossible.
Oh shit, our engagement's down this week. Oh, let's go shoot a crossbar challenge at training. Guys, get around.
Go stand in this shirt like it's all good and well.
But then at least when you join the club, when you coming in and they give, I forget there's a word for this, and it's such a
induction.
Induction. That's the exact word. You know what? Just lay out what could happen if things go wrong. Just make the players aware.
Oh, they know. I'm telling you, they know.
Of
they
course
don't give
they know,
shit.
But then how do you pick up your phone and do such?
Because it's like drinking and driving, my friend.
They are young men with too much money, and no one ever says no to them. Listen, let's move on to a club who never does anything wrong on social media, but does a lot of weird stuff in the accounts department. Manchester City, Manchester Derby. Do United even have a chance, Senzo?
Bro, United will surprise you.
This is what I wanted to ask. Are they kind of like the Springboks, where in the final they become like a different animal against their rival there?
Do you know what? Last season, I would have said where I was seeing
we got a tennis score, and then
I was seeing Ten Hag. Well, not against United. I was seeing Ten Hag in certain games have different approaches to certain things.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. Now, I'm not going to get into injuries things, and probably by saying injuries, I am getting into injury things.
That happens.
Okay, but I'm not seeing him do anything clever, so I can't see him putting out a plan that's going to negate City. Maybe he doesn't have the players.
Poor Rodri's shirt, bro.
Maybe he's run out of ideas. But it's not looking good. I think we're going to get hammered. Well, listen, we're quite distracted in the studio right now because the way our studio is set up is we've got a glass window, but it's covered so that people can't see in and come steal my computers again.
Did they not open the door? I didn't know.
I don't think it opened the door, but there was very Yeezy looking, like if a Yeezy and a Croc,
no, it was a Croc,
had a baby,
a frock
shoe show up at the bottom of our door.
I feel like a fish in a fishbowl.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to look in, they don't want to duck down, it's too low. This is the insights. This is what's happening.
We are an award-winning.
These are the things. These are the things that get you award-winning. We make you feel part of what's happening.
And after the bombshell that was dropped, man.
I want to ask you something, Senzo.
Yes, sir.
Ryan, maybe you can come in as well. Is Alvarez a World Cup winner, a World Cup and treble-winning player who scored crucial goals in both, the most underrated player in the world?
He's better than Enzo Fernandez.
I was actually going to say, if I had a chance for him to come to Chelsea, I would have taken that long ago.
Nobody talks about him.
No one talks about him.
He scores all the time.
How old is he?
He scores crucial goals. He's early 20s. He's
so young.
He scores crucial goals.
But also, you look at the position he plays for Argentina.
What position does he play? He's a forward, right? But what actual forward? He's 23. What
CF.
Actual forward?
He plays the God position, and they were never dropping God for him.
But they're also not dropping Haaland for him. So here's a guy. Think about this, right? This is why I talk
there are
about
too many people at City. Bernardo Silva does the same thing as well.
But this is why I talk about the underrated and the Alvarez, right?
What is that guy doing?
The guy is in contention with Haaland and Messi. Okay, Messi's not a forward, but Messi's got a place, right?
Sure.
And he plays, contributes, yet he's never in the conversations when you're going, great strikers. If I had to say, name the top 10 strikers in Europe right now, Alvarez wouldn't be there, but I'll tell you his numbers are there.
Yeah, it's true that.
Right?
Because he's not blockbuster.
What do you need to be blockbuster, though?
Must I tell you what the
25 million Instagram followers.
But must I tell you what the thing is as well? It's like in the NBA, they had the same argument, right? About Nikola Jokic a season ago, right?
Right.
They said his numbers are there. Everything is there. Do you know why? Because his game is fundamentally boring.
Yeah, it's great point.
He'll dissect a defense and make it look so easy.
But the thing is,
he doesn't have the theatrics like Haaland.
No swag.
Like Haaland will do the bicycle kick and then like go meditate.
Got the ponytail.
The guy comes to mind. Like that whole thing of being the guy. Mm-hmm. And he's a team player. He's a solid. He reminds me. Now I've been trying to think of his name for the last 5 minutes.
Alvarez is also just the guy though when you need him.
Who? Now I feel bad.
Use your words.
In Chelsea, he came in at the same time as.
What number did he wear?
I can't remember that. He was one of your favorite midfielders, and he just recently got sold.
Rhymes with
Havertz. I think it starts with the M.
First word.
No. He was a worker in the midfield.
Second syllable.
Damn it.
Kovacic.
For the second time today.
Sorry.
For the second time today, I've been on a podcast. Now, it's bad. Listen, you guys, you listen to podcasts. You might not know how a podcast
Mateo
is
Kovacic
made.
is a baller, bro.
We are award-winning podcasts. I'm a multiple award-winning podcaster. It's not good when one of the people in the podcast goes quiet. For the second time today, I've seen a contributor on the podcast absolutely flawed.
No, I just
mark the date 27.
I totally that name just slipped me. But he reminds me a lot of him.
Why?
Because he was a hard worker. The guy was a baller, but he was never the guy in Chelsea. Like he was never the star in Chelsea, but he did most of the work to get the ball where it needed to be.
Let me school you. You know, there's this guy called Xavi Hernandez. Go look at his game. Tony Cruz.
Yeah, okay, but
I'm saying,
but what you guys have there is Kovacic, Cruz, Xavi. They're midfielders. That is that particular role.
No, but
this guy's a forward who scores winning goals.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird. I just find people do not talk about him, which inevitably means he's going to score a hat trick in the Manchester derby. Let's move on. Ryan,
why would you put that hex on?
What is happening with Chelsea? Let's pretend. What's happening?
Back. All right. You saw your boy.
I saw your boy Mudryk. Ryan, he did not mean that goal.
You know what? That's what
everyone count.
Fluke.
It was Fluke.
You think so?
I know so.
It counts.
It counts. No, it counts.
But great goal.
Tell him to do that.
It's trying to keepering, but like it's
bad keepering more. Yeah,
it's the Ronaldinho against David Seaman.
So maybe he did mean it, but a better goalkeeper's pushing that.
Do you know what it was from Mudryk? I'm just going to whip in a positive ball into the 18-yard and see what happens.
No, but
that's it.
He's getting more involved, guys.
Yeah,
no. He's actually getting game time, and it's allowing him to grow as a player. Because before...
Good management by Poch.
Sitting on the bench doesn't help anyone, especially for a player you spent 80 million on.
My man, you know the old adage, practice makes perfect.
No, but also, I'm really liking how the Chelsea squad is gelling together. I don't know if you see, like, in terms of possession-wise, they know where the ball is at all times.
Absolutely. You know what I heard described the other day? Mm-hmm. That the amount of amount of players Chelsea bring in, like guys like under 20, 21, it's like they're running conscription. Any fit, healthy male is in.
No, but it's true. These guys are on it. Like, I genuinely thought we had Arsenal by the neck, and I was so excited because I thought, you know what? There's nothing worse in the world than an Arsenal fan.
No, Liverpool. It's clearly one of the net Scousers, bro.
No, but the Scousers I know are quite quiet. But the Arsenal fans I know...
Your beef is not with them.
No, but I know. But the Arsenal fans, for me, are the biggest loud mouths you'll ever come across. They are the worst fans. And I know anyone listening to this who's an Arsenal fan, they'll come at me and it's fine. But that's just who you guys are.
Do you know what you must just say to them? You can come take photos of the Champions League. Just tell them that.
No, but come on, Paolo, did you watch that game?
So Ryan's obviously in his feels about Chelsea. He thinks the whole thing's
He's getting bullied by Arsenal.
He's getting bullied around by Arsenal.
He gets bullied by United, he gets bullied by Arsenal, he gets bullied by Liverpool. Next you're going to complain that you're bullied by Spurs.
Ryan, no, I don't think we were bullied. I think it's just nice to see that the players are actually gelling.
You guys are going to Brentford. Do you think the fact that you don't have European games is helping? is giving Poch time to get everyone together.
I know if you're on the pod, you can imagine Senzo's
learn
face.
First names, learn everyone's first names.
Come on, Ryan.
Yeah.
You're a smart guy. Come on. You're a smart guy.
No, this is probably it. But I'm saying it's what the team needed to just actually get their shit together.
No, fire sale was needed. Everybody get the hell out.
Listen, I'm not going to make fun of Chelsea
No,
because they are on our coattails.
No,
in
listen. I'm not making fun of Chelsea right now. But, bro, if it's not working, you're not my guys. You're old, you don't want to be out. You overpay, you don't want to be out. You're a dud like.
You'll sign a 15-year contract. We like you.
Slave labor.
Something that's gone under the radar, so weird. They're doing things by stealth, though, Barcelona these days.
Skullduggery, boy.
There's an El Clasico happening this weekend.
I know.
Remember when at 4:15 on a Saturday?
Yo, not only did you get bumped to Saturday.
Remember a time when
Siesta time.
Siesta time.
Oh, my God.
You know how hot it is going to be in Barcelona at 4:15? It's 3:15 there.
Siesta time, bro.
Guys, are they going to wear the Rolling Stone shirts?
It's the Rolling Stone shirt
It's the Rolling
tomorrow.
Stone
They're
shirt,
wearing that one. That's why Ryan knows swag. That's the only reason he noticed it. And that's good, Ryan. You're the swag correspondent. La Liga has become so...
It's rubbish.
If it was not for Bellingham, would we be noticing what's going on? Listen, it's a fascinating game. Barcelona doing things by stealth. Have you noticed how they're quietly resurrecting La Masia 2?
Oh, yes.
Quietly.
The return.
I mean, that Champions League game and a lot of their games, you look and you go, no, but these guys are playing the grade 11s here. Like, where are these young boys coming from?
And they beat the brakes.
Lopez.
And they're playing nice football, bro.
And it's a completely different model of La Masia because everyone was kind of like in Guardiola and they're trying to create these little ball players, Gavi, Pedri. I know Pedri's not from there. Now they're completely different. They're quick. They whippets.
It's because Guardiola created a problem. Because what did Guardiola do when he left? He said Villanova here, and then they tried to do that the whole time.
Also, that football is out of date.
Yeah,
right?
it's ridiculous.
Guys fit, high pressing. But you got Lopez, Lamine Yamal. And you're going, they're all similar profiles. They're going, wow, there's something happening here.
But it just...
Again, like you say, Chelsea got to break everything down. Barcelona got to have no money to go, okay, well, let's go back to La Masia.
Lewandowski's scary again.
Well, I heard a rumor a few weeks ago. I just wanted to find out what you guys think about it. I overheard that Messi is looking to come to Barcelona on loan from Inter Miami next year.
Yeah.
Do the Beckham journey.
If you're Messi, do you do it though?
Yes.
So everyone's saying no, which means it's definitely happening.
Okay.
His boss, David Beckham, kind of has previous in it, so he can't say, no, you cannot do that.
And Beckham did it himself. He's probably telling him off the side.
Is Messi really Messi really going so long without playing football? Luis Suarez is coming there next season, so they're going to be reunited. But he's like, well, until then, I'm going to go play, maybe win another La Liga, maybe win a Champions League again. Then I'll go back to Miami. What a nice life.
I'm going on a holiday with Busquets and Jordi Alba.
It's the thing that goes, less that Messi will go, more should Xavi take him.
Absolutely.
Because you're building something. So listen, Messi.
I don't have to pay for you.
Barcelona have got such an interesting team all round.
Yeah.
You got these really great, promising young players. You got a lot of really solid pros.
Your keeper is world class.
You got Gundogan. You got Joao Felix. You got Joao Cancelo. You got Lewandowski.
We have a few Joaos in there.
So they got a little bit of everything.
You got Marc-Andre ter Stegen.
You got a little bit of everything in there, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's why I say by stealth. El Clasico appears by stealth. La Masia by stealth. Champions League by stealth.
New stadium by stealth.
That's not by stealth. Right? Spotify made sure that you know about that. Do not sleep.
Sympathy for the devil.
I would not be shocked if Barcelona win the Champions League this season. They have got everything. They have got everything.
It's the All Black thing.
Their defense, there's no star names in there.
It's the All Black thing.
But everybody is solid. 8 out of 10 defenders. Don't, because everyone kind of just assumes, City's going to win it again, probably Madrid, maybe Barca are just quietly coming, exactly like the way Xavi Hernandez played. Never knew he was there, but he is always there. You know what I mean?
99%.
So, actually now, I'm very excited about our Classico. Right?
Bro, do you know what it's going to be?
It's something to kill the time before the Rugby World Cup final.
It's literally
going to take 2 hours.
It's literally going to be a 4-2 special.
I would love it.
Wait, but when's the Manchester derby?
On Sunday.
Sunday.
Oh, Sunday. Okay.
Listen, great weekend. You got Al Classico, Rugby World Cup final tomorrow, and then on Sunday to put you to sleep on Sunday night
Siesta.
because you're so hyped up from the weekend. So much happening, so much exciting. Oh, thank God, Manchester United, Man City, please save us from this drudge.
And by chance, there's just a Cricket World Cup.
I'm actually
and Rugby United Championships.
Oh, Brad, we'll get to that. We still hold on.
It's like
Rugby needs to cool off for a bit. Like after tomorrow, like what are you doing?
It's like when there's like Moldovan Championship, Moldovan League fixtures on the day of the World Cup final. Like,
chill, bro.
Calm down, settle down, settle. So now I'm excited about.
Oh, by the way,
Classico.
sneaky win on the weekend from you guys on the one game no one watched in South Africa at least.
Sneaky.
United Sheffield.
Yeah. I mean, no one.
Just so painful.
So you see like Mudrik's goal?
Nobody watched.
Yeah,
that.
but you see like Mudrik's goal?
Yeah,
they all count.
All count.
No, of course.
3 points is 3 points, and you know what? It got us away from you. So there's something else interesting I want to tell you guys about. In the Dutch Eredivisie, we don't often talk about it. Big game happening this weekend, not in terms of affecting the table, but PSV, who are flying, versus Ajax, who are
Oh my
are
God,
in
it's
the
derby weekend.
relegation zone.
It's literally the world's derby weekend.
Okay, but have you seen what's happening at Ajax?
Ajax is about to burn.
Ajax are in the relegation zone. It catches up to you.
When the
selling
fires
of
start
players,
to
it doesn't
burn.
always regenerate. Listen, a lot of things
Your sporting
happen there.
director being a jackass.
He's sending DPs. Van der Sar getting ill.
Did you witness that, Paolo?
He was what?
You effectively blew Senzo's mind.
I've
Just
done.
for a second.
No, it didn't
It was
blow
like
my
sudden
mind.
realization. Just
No,
fixtures.
because Ajax are rubbish.
Just fixtures. And so surprised. Ajax. The question is, could they won't be like never because the Dutch division has playoffs. So
As playoffs,
you have to finish. Ajax have to finish bottom of the table
it's PSL.
to 100% be relegated. But so wild. But it just shows you, like Brighton, a club like Brighton who keeps selling and regenerating.
Leeds, bro.
It ends.
Leeds.
It ends. You got to be very
Newcastle.
careful. So listen, lots of derbies. The Manchester derby, Al Classico, PSV, and Ajax. Get yourself on that. They showed on ESPN.
But watch Ajax win that game.
Yeah, probably will.
Beat the brakes of PSV.
Probably will. Watch him win that game. I want to talk quickly about some of the standout things from the Champions League this weekend. Let's not particularly talk about results or round it up. I
The
want
goals
to
in the
talk
Leipzig
about
game.
some of the things that I saw. You know what's so fascinating about watching Champions League right now is that, okay, we know that Haaland, Bellingham, Mbappe,
Different stratosphere.
right, and they're going to continue on that.
Yeah.
What's so awesome watching the Champions League right now is kind of looking at the guys, the next gen. So I'm going to...
Zaire Emery.
Dude, let's talk about him.
Zaire Emery.
The guy's generational.
17
Of
years
PSG.
old. And he was strolling past made Milan.
He's bouncing AC Milan players. Now listen, understand AC Milan recently won this Serie A.
Second most prestigious club in Europe,
and
but going by Champions League.
Italians, I know it is it's an old kind of stereotype. They've changed the game. Italians still defend well.
Catenacci.
And he walked through them.
A 70-year-old.
He walked through them. Zaire Emery. And listen, I think that guy's going to the top. And you know why we need it? Because his first name's Warren. And I don't think we've ever had an elite Warren. Has a Warren ever won the Ballon d'Or? So if your name's Warren, you want to be backing Zaire Emery, Warren Zaire Emery. Right, you guys are laughing.
No.
We need elite level Warrens in football. They're cricketers.
I know, Stanley Matthews won the Ballon d'Or. But
A Stanley, a Warren. We need a Warren. And I think that's what he should do. He should adopt it.
yeah, it's warranted.
Because listen. Well done. Because
Senzo.
the temptation is to go Zaire Emery. Wow, what a name. That is a name. Sells on shirts. Premier League clubs.
Rumble in the jungle.
Premier League clubs like, geez, that is how many numbers? Plus a hyphen. Plus he's got the two little umlaut things. We want him. He should just
Boomaye.
go Warren. Warren. Elite level Warrens. Never been one.
No, but there was a Fred.
I want to talk about another guy, Musiala.
Oh my God.
Okay? Get what I'm saying? Xavi Simons
Bro.
at Leipzig.
Bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
did
what
you
you're
see the
talking about,
Leipzig
those
game?
goals. Those goals were disgusting. They were absolute filth.
Bro.
which goals?
What do you mean, which goals?
in the
Leipzig game.
The Leipzig
I
game.
didn't see that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
yeah,
so-
you're not in Champions League.
And
Why
then
would you?
just okay, we spoke about the kids at Barcelona, both Lamine Yamal and Lopez.
Did you watch the Inter game?
Yes, I did.
How great's Nicolo Barella?
You know,
And Jerome?
again, that's another name you got to chuck in there.
5 goals, 8 assists. That's the player we needed.
Yeah.
But why? You guys want to spend it all on Sancho?
Father's name's Lillian. World Cup winning Lillian. That's good. I'll take that, speaking of names.
One
That-
World Cup in the Euro.
That must be a one name only.
Lillian.
There's no other Lillian winning that.
Go to France, bro.
Yeah, there'll be the
Lilian Thuram.
Lillian Thuram.
Lillian's,
But it's a World Cup winning Lillians. So listen, it's so interesting to watch the Champions
Michel.
League now. I'm even going to chuck Garnacho in there. I'm going to chuck him in there because the kid is talented. He's got it.
Yeah, but the clout mustn't smoke him, bro.
Nah, he seems, I don't know, he's
Yeah.
very swag. Listen, he's ridiculously swag.
Yeah, but don't take away from his
He
personal.
hasn't
Yeah.
fixed his teeth yet.
He's
That's when I'll watch him. Once he fixes his teeth, then I'm watching him.
How long did Rooney wait to buy a new hairline, bro? Come on, leave the kid alone.
Oh, man, but he's got to go to LeBron's guy. He's got to go to Beckham's guy. Because Rooney's is...
Beckham's guy, especially, yeah.
Because Beckham...
LeBron's guy, bro.
LeBron's guy. Beckham's guy, because past few weeks... you could
Beckham's
see-
guy goes to Posh's guy.
No, you could see Beckham the past few weeks has not been looking great. LeBron's guy. You know when the headband's on, LeBron's going to his guy.
Oh, bro. Oh, mate.
How big is the headband, LeBron?
It's it fall, and then it falls back in the playoffs like LeBron's headline.
So, yeah, listen, interesting watching the Champions League because there's a lot of really good young starlets up there. Guys who are going to go, okay, they're going to be interesting. There's going to be an interesting group of players. How good are Newcastle? What do you
Yeah.
guys think?
Yo.
Solid.
Oh, no, but I'm asking, how good are they? Because
They're
they've won one, lost
brilliant.
one, drawn one. You think? Because
Yes.
they
1-1,
have a
1-1.
PSG.
I said this.
How many games have they played at home?
I've said this for a few podcasts now.
Drew Milan beat PSG, lost to Dortmund.
They're building a silent empire there. But Isak's injured.
I'm asking right now in the Champions League, how good are they in the Champions League?
UEFA Cup.
Because how do I gauge them?
You.
Because Dortmund,
I'll tell you
are
how
not
you
the
gauge them.
Dortmund of our minds.
I'll tell you how you gauge them. Do you know you're going to answer that? If they maintain their league position and they put up a bit of a resistance in the Champions League, so like last 16 quarterfinal and like top 3, top 4, then they're good.
Here's a question.
Then they're good.
Here's a question.
It's very easy to come third when you don't have to play midweek.
They're a bit all over the place. So do you
Yeah.
think it's better? So Ryan talks about silent empire, right? Empires need trophies quickly. You need to put a trophy or else the whole thing starts going, well, what's it worth?
Yes,
No
sir.
one takes you seriously. Okay? And also to show that the way you're doing it is right. Because everything they've done, they've been great. They've been... Until they're not. You know what it's like with these... You know, we've
But the
seen it
cracks are
before.
starting to appear at Newcastle.
I don't think there's cracks. I'm just saying, if Eddie Howe doesn't put a trophy on the table soon, this is my sense, right? People start going, are you doing it the right way, though?
Let's go get Zidane.
But right, that's what I'm saying. Because then the pressure goes, we're a club, we got this money, and we need a trophy.
But
And remember, they haven't won a trophy since the 50s.
It's started already, though. Do you know why? Look how much they spent on Isak. And now the smoke that they just got this week.
So the smoke sense I was talking about is Tonali being banned for 10 months for betting
On
for
himself.
breaching betting on himself. I gotta say, we started this. We're talking about Taylor Swift and companies giving Ryan the old runaround. Italian clubs are genius.
They're the best.
They are absolute genius in knowing. They know what the problem is.
Go.
Yeah, because this is not new. This is not new with Tonali.
Go. We'll send you to Newcastle. They got a Chinese sponsor that was gambling.
How many times has an Italian club sold a player and a couple of months later betting, nandrolone, steroids? They
brilliant.
are geniuses at it.
It's brilliant.
Is that we know what's going on. We keep you here. We can't cover this anymore.
Yet
You're
they
out.
couldn't figure out
They
Paul
get the
Pogba.
phone call. They get a phone call.
They did, though.
They did.
Well,
They knew. They knew. They knew the
sent
croc.
it to Manchester. Yeah,
They knew
sure.
He was at Manchester first.
Sure.
Juventus saw United coming for Ronaldo. Whoa.
Oh. United, you won Pogba for how much? Heaven.
The amount of times they moved players on
it's
for
brilliant.
nandrolone because somebody somewhere phones them.
Maradona as well.
they're coming. They found the papers. They opened the hard drive.
Just let him in. Just let him in.
Phone Newcastle.
Just phone Newcastle. He'll sort it out.
So with Newcastle, right? So I think they need to put on a trophy on the table this season to show progress and to show that the way they're doing it is the right way. Because then people start going,
they came close last season, though.
You should have. Okay.
Where do you think Newcastle's going to come in the Prem?
So this is where I'm going. What I think that the Prem is not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy to get forward this season.
It's brutal. It's tough already.
Chelsea are there. Spurs are there. Villa are looking hot.
Liverpool are.
United will pull something out. Liverpool's second. I got no doubt about that.
Yeah, Liverpool second. Arsenal are showing some resistance.
I wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool win it this season. I'm telling you, they're talking about
you
stealth.
think winners? You think also guys winning is arduous, Brit. The grind.
No, man. I wouldn't be surprised if they win the whole thing.
For me, it's Hotspurs like that. That is unbelievable.
No, that's going to fall away.
I know it's going to fall away, but how it's holding for so long.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Well, for so long.
It's a few weeks.
Listen, it's 9 weeks.
Oh, come on.
9 matches. He hasn't had injuries. So, it's all fine and well when you got Son, you got Madison, you got Kulusevski. The guys are good.
Yeah.
Their backups are not that good.
Winter.
That's what I'm saying, right? So
you laugh.
Because they're not playing lots of games. They're out the Carabao Cup.
November, December, January, February. Let's see.
That's when it all starts
Let us see.
But regardless, is that so?
And you got Pep breathing down your neck.
That top 4 is not guaranteed. Tell me something. Do Newcastle not prefer finishing third, win Europa League, put a trophy on the table, get themselves back into Champions League?
So Liverpool aren't in Europa.
I think Liverpool aren't taking it seriously. They won't take it seriously. If Liverpool are going for a title, I was saying they won 5-1 last night. But if they're playing with a B team, he's not taking it seriously. If Liverpool are going for a title.
Because you're playing Kazakhstan.
But dude, if we hit April and Liverpool are going for a title, do you think Klopp's going to go Europa League? He's got form.
He's got form.
He's got form in doing that.
Paulo?
And I'm not saying that negatively. I'm saying that's the right thing. I'd say do the same. If you're going for, and you can be a Liverpool manager with 2 Premier League titles.
To finish on 97 points just to look up and then they're City again.
I don't think it'll be that this season. I think there's too many good teams in the Premier League.
Also, De Bruyne being injured is
a killer. So, Newcastle, take third in the Champions League, go Europa, try to put that trophy on the table, win it, and you get back in Champions League. Because you're not there yet.
Yeah, but
you're not there.
Because Europa, once the Champions League guys fall in, and like Kazakhstan and Anithos Famagusta, once they fall away, and you don't have to travel.
Shout out to Anithos Famagusta. Have not heard that name in ages.
Yeah.
Staple of the Europa League.
Yeah, bruh.
I think they all is in it.
Yeah.
Just by default.
And then
them and 31 others.
And once those guys fall away, now it's like, okay, boys, who really wants this? Oh, but Sevilla going to do that thing.
The Sevilla thing.
The Sevilla going to do that thing.
Sevilla are going to do it.
Sevilla going Sevilla.
So, listen, just to wrap up. NBA, guys, you excited?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Must I tell you when it gets exciting?
Man, it's too early, man.
Get excited in... Not even Christmas. Christmas also.
No, not even. But Christmas
trade deadline.
Isn't Christmas? Aren't they doing the new play-in tournament? Look at this guy.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to watch something that's a little exciting, I've been watching the football on Sundays if you have ESPN.
January, December, January football
playoff time. Ryan, do you have a swag update for us this week, or have you just been out-swagged by Taylor Swift?
No, I think I did,
City
but I can't remember.
Got dribbled.
I don't think I have anything.
No swag updates.
No swag
new
updates.
flavors of Prime.
But must I tell you what the NFL does? Going back to Ryan's point, 12 teams. It's not long and arduous. I'm not sitting there watching 84 of the Lakers games. I am so sorry.
No, but also America loves to listen. As much as you say that, America loves to drag out a game. I mean, a football game takes forever to finish.
Yeah, but it's only 3 months.
3 months to finish?
No, like the season. The season is short, relatively. The NBA.
I get it. I'm with you. This is Working Title FC. Put it in your ears before a massive sporting weekend. We're dropping this on a Friday.
Another one.
Listen, just guys, we should be experienced now. It's 3 weekends of day drinking, 9 o'clock kickoffs. Tomorrow's the big one. You don't want to miss it.
It's the big one.
You
Go
don't want to miss
Boca.
it.
Pace yourself.
I know
got
since it's
it.
already been on a pod and I know you had to jump in there, but
Sleep during La Liga. Sleep during El Clasico. Otherwise, you are not going to make it. If you're going to get drunk for the England game, sleep during El Clasico. They've done it for a reason.
Sleep during Chelsea Brentford.
Nobody's watching that.